Okay. Hello guys. Okay, I think everything is working perfectly. And yeah, so we are going ahead with a new episode. So guys, welcome to episode 24 of this show, and where we build actually where we are trying to build a full startup app based on a Figma design, see how we can convert this design to a real product that could be launched in the market. So that's what we are working on. And so yeah, yesterday we basically stopped here. We stopped at this page, which is the details page, and we stopped at this section. So we are looking forward to completing this part today. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start working to see if we can be able to finish on time. So yeah, yesterday we stopped at the start section, which is basically not matching up to what we have here. So we need to finish this up to match up to what we have here. So let's go ahead and do that. Um, so by the way, guys, before we do that, I want to show you guys there is an easy way to actually achieve this. To achieve what we need without kind of like doing it from the ground up, or kind of like building everything from scratch. But in this process, in this app, we are going to build it from scratch. But I want to point you guys to something that will help you in future. Maybe if you don't want to build the things from scratch, you can use this package. Basically, this package will help you to build something like that, which you need, which is help you to build different type of star rating widgets. So, but right now we are going to focus on building it from scratch because that's mainly what this show is all about. But if you want to speed it up, like I said, you can use this. And that's been said, so let's go ahead and start working on this. So here is still our star rating, which is this. And add a comment here. You can say star rating widget. So let's fix that up. To fix that up, so there's something we are doing here. We are getting the count of how many star rating the user wants, and we are adding extra star at the end. So basically, that's not what we want, and that will not get us to the right point. So to fix this up, so I'm going to do something. So we have a row of stars being returned, but we have a double called rate. So in here we have the rate should be 4.0. I want to return actually every single time I want to return a 5 star. So basically five of these stars, and then we want to color them based on the rating we pass in here. So with that being said, we can actually over here and we can change few things. One of the stuff you want to change is so we have we have to dynamically change the stars we have here. So we can do that by saying I, which is the particular index of the star. Boom, we have a code suggestion which basically solves what we need, and that's perfect for what we need. So wherever basically we are saying we are checking the index of the particular list, this loop, and we're checking if the index is less than the rate the user passed in, which in this case our user is passing a 4.0 rate. You can actually say 4.8 because that's basically what we want to have here. So the user is passing 4.8 rate, and we are conditionally checking if the index is less than rate, which is 4.8. If it's true, then we can go say icons dot star, which is a colored star. But if it's not, then we want to change icons dot star with border, that's non-colored star. So let's save this and see that in action. So basically we have to restart our app. The app was not running, so let's restart our app and wait for it to finish launching so we can see the changes we are making right here. Okay, and there we go. So it's basically done launching the app. We are waiting for the welcome screen to animate there. So the animation is done for the welcome screen. So you can tap on any of this, tap on this. We are taken to the details screen, and so let's see this in action. So we have there's the account. So let's see stars on app icons, idle less than icons and star, and icons for star done border, and then we have size which is 20. And then we can go over here and see. Okay, yeah, so it's working right now. You can see. So we have the rating we want it to be 5 stars. They always show 5 stars. I will want our rating, which is 4.0. So our rating here is 4.0. We are checking if the index, the current index is less than rates, which is currently at 4.0, and yeah, that's it. So basically, so the first, so to cross check this, let's run on this. We can say index 1. So this is basically 5 stars being shown, and our rating is 4.0. So when rendering the stars icon here, which we do conditional rendering, we're checking the index of that particular star based on that, which is this one should be 0, and 0 is less than 4.0. The next one is 1, and 1 is less than 4.0. The next one is 2, and 2 is less than 4.0. And the next one is 3. 3 is less than 4.0. And the 3 is less than 4.0. And this one is 4, and 4 is not less than 4.0. So that's basically what is happening here. And yeah, so that's what we have here. Showing up. So we can go ahead and change this star. So let's say we want 3 star, and save this. And you can see this showing up properly. So you have 1, 2, 3, and it's 3 star, and it's showing 3 star out of 5 star we have here. We can still test with 2 star. Let's say the user has 2 star. You can see we have 2 star showing up out of 5 star. Let's try 1 star, and you can see we have 1 star showing up out of the 5 star we have. That's basically what we want. It's working. So right now let's go back to 4.0 star, and we can leave it that way, and save this. And let's see if there's something else we have to do. And yeah, next thing we could do is that, since we could actually use this star in different places in our app, let's see. So in different places in our app, we have the use of these stars there. So it's actually a good moment to convert this star to a separate widget itself, so that it can be used in any place in the app. So we're going to convert this to a stateless widget. Now how to do that is, so we have this widget folder under our home folder. So inside there, let's create a new widget called stars, called custom star, called that. We could go ahead and copy what we before we do that. Let's add our stateless widget, and we call that custom stars rating, and we let's return. So we're going to return something like this, which is this. So all these are returned. No, I'm basically returning that. So we import what's it called, material package. Even on this, you can go ahead and add material widgets, and then we can add this, and the count basically will be two variables, two parameters here. One will be int rating, I call that rating, and final we want so the count, so we call that count, that becomes total star. Total for these total stars. We can go ahead and add this as required. The count will be replaced with total stars, and the rates will be replaced with rating. Import this, and so we have this. What else do we need to do here? And I think we are done. Save this, copy this over, and then head over to our page right here. Can replace what we have here with what we imported. Remember, we have the first one will be rating, right? The required parameter is rating. Let's start with total stars. And we want a 5. We want the stars to be 5 in number. So total stars should actually be an integer. So save that. So total will be 5. And the next one will be rating. So the rating will be 14.0. Actually the rating should be double, since it's in a double form. So stars are always in star ratings are always in double. We have 1.5 or 2 point something like that and above. So we are rating 4.0. Go ahead and save this. Refresh our app. We see nothing changed much. We still have the same stuff. So let's pass 3 here. You see we are still getting the same functionality, so that's good. Let's return to 4.0. Save that. Go ahead down here. We are going to delete this. We don't need that anymore. Save. The next thing will be we continue our building the rest of the app, which will basically be, so we are done with this. So yeah, so the next one will be to add this divider right here, and we could do that by saying, coming under here, yeah, under this page you can add a divider. So we could add a divider here. We call that divider, and we could say color. We could say color, single contains the divider color, and we could say thickness should be 1.0. Save that. We are getting our divider, which is basically the type we need. Yeah, so that's the divider, but we need a padding by the side and by the side right here. So we could actually figure out the padding being used here. So we could use the same pattern we have for this one, and that would basically be, so let's look for that. Um, so we have this pattern, both sides. So we could we add the same on a divider, wrap this divider with a padding, and in there we're going to replace this with what we copied over, and left should be the same as 17.0. Save this, and there we go. So we have our padding at the two sides of our divider. The next one we need to do is to add this space at the top here. So let's see. Could guess that this, okay, so that should be 36.5. So let's go ahead and do that. So we can add yeah, so let's say padding dot top. So using padding dot top, because we're not trying to pad, we are trying to give a distance between this widget and this the widget. It doesn't make sense to use padding for that distance. We could go ahead and use size dots. We're going to make the size box a constant, and with that being constant, so we are going to tap into the height property. We are going to make that to be 36.5, and let's go ahead and save this and see what that looks like, and you can see that it's looking good. So you see what we got is looking good. So let's go ahead and create these two we have right here. So we're going to call this about section, and come down here, quickly come down here, create a widget. I'll call that about section. So in our back section we have a title, so we have add the required properties here, remember. So we want to dynamically pass it in. We have title, and then another one will be description, which is basically a title and a description, and we can use a container to hold that. We're saying this container, we have a column widget, right? Yeah, have a column as a widget, and then the column we have children, and inside children we have two tests. One will be title, so we have title, and the next one description, but we need to style this one up. We could do that by tapping into the style property. We are going to use theme dot of context dot test theme. So we're going to tap into the test theme property dot. We're going to use headline. We're going to call this headline to be 5. We're going to copy the copy its style and change it based on what we want. So write a 400 and the font weight to be 400 and size to be 17. 417, and that's what we need. So font, tap into the font weight property, and font weight is font weight dot 400. And next one we want is font size, which is basically 17, a double 17.0. And let's go ahead and save this. and we'll have the description property, the description side of it. Right now we can go ahead and use this, copy that over, and that should be after the divider we had. We have the about section widget, and inside there we tap into the title property. We pass in the title, and the title should be this. Copy that over, paste that in here. And the next one we have is description, and description we want is this right here. Copy that over, and then we have paste that in, and so you can go ahead and save this, so you can see what we are doing. So there's the changes so far, and it's looking good. Let's go ahead and work on this. So we are going to use class as is. Take class as is the start. Yeah, so that everything will start from the beginning, like what we have here. So if you look down, you see that everything started at the same alignment. With that being done, we could, yeah, so specify this, make sure we add the same padding, 17 at the both side. So there's a padding property in our container. We'll tap into that, and we could go ahead and copy the padding we added. Copy this padding over. So we copy that padding over, use that here, and then we go ahead and save it. So the padding is added on both sides of the widget. And the next thing we could do, so we don't actually need height property here. Yeah, so we don't need a height property. So you actually want this to grow as the text grows in it. So we leave it that way. I'm going to delete this out. So the next one we want to do is right now. Let's see how that looks. So we need a space between this and this here. So we actually, first of all, let's tie this test. So it's still 400 and it's 13 points, 13 as the font size. So let's tie this one. So we could actually make this easy by copying this style we have here. Come on. Okay, now we'll tap into the style property. This one we copied. This should be 13. Okay, yep, that's fixed. So this should be 13. We save that. And the next one is to wrap this with a padding. Wrap that with a padding. We could actually say padding from the top is 6, and that's all we need. So we say only padding dot only. We tap into the padding dot only. So guys, when we tap into that, we say top. That shouldn't be 8. We always follow the designer's guideline. So that should be 6, like the designer says here. So if you hover around here, you see that it's 6, 6. So that's why we're going to give a padding of 6 right here. And the next one is the padding between, the space between this and this. So let's get into that. So this is 24. This padding between this and this is 24. So, but we are not going to use padding, but basically what we are going to use is margin. So that's the margin. So let me explain the difference between a margin and a padding. So a margin is when you are trying to give a space between two widgets. So if you have two widgets, you want to give a space between this and this widget, because this widget is a container, this is a divider. There's two things you can use. You could use margin margin is the number one. If you are using a container, if a container is one of the widgets, then you can use margin inside it. The next you could use is to use a size box, like I showed you right here. Is to use a size box. And the last one is to use a spacer widget. I've shown you guys that before, so it's something like this. This is called a spacer widget. Those are what you could use to give a space between two widgets. Then padding on itself is when you want to add a space inside a widget for each children. So you want to kind of like add a space around each children. This container has a children property. They want to kind of like give a space around each particular own children. You use padding and nothing else. So padding basically works for that one. So for margin, let's go ahead and do this. So we tap into the top. So we say padding only top. And remember it's 26, yeah. So the top is 26. Save this. And as you can see, we have the 26 of space top over here. So we could basically go ahead and see this in action by removing the color property right here. We don't need that color property. We save this. Here we are. So side by side, you see how it's looking. What we need. That was it. So we are good to go. So next one is to move to the next section, which is education section. So we can go below here and create a widget again. And we're going to call this widget education section. So guys, as I'm going through with this, if there is something you don't understand and you want me to explain, feel free to let me know so I can explain it for you guys. So don't feel shy or kind of like feel that I will kind of like overlook you guys. Just drop your questions and I'll just answer them in between the sections and what I'm doing. So I actually like you guys to send me questions. So that's what I'm asking. So we have this widget. So this widget we call this so we have education section. So in education section, let's add a name parameter. So one we are required. So basically one other properties to be required. So first will be title and second will be date. So we could say something like required string. So title, next one is required, which should be basically an int. We call that start here. The next one is required also, is an int. We call that end here. And lastly we have the description, which is this. So we have required widget again, the string, and this is going to call description. And in here, so let's go ahead and build our widgets. So right now we already have a building block for our widget, so we can go ahead and copy this over. So it's almost similar to what we have here. So paste in here, and let's see the few things we have to change. Basically this has a title, and underneath the title we have this widget. So let's go ahead and add a widget underneath the title, which is this, and it's a text widget. And it's going to be like this, and yeah, nice. So you have to have a start here and end here, and that's it for now. So let's save this. Go ahead and use this in our main widgets, which would be here below this about section. And let's go ahead and add this stuff that is being needed. So title will be education. Okay, that's nice. So we have title, education, description. Description will be what we have here, the text right here. Copy that over. So this will be the description. And before the description, we have the start here. Start here will be an integer. Basically, the stuff we have here. Copy that over. Paste that. So delete this part. So we have that as a start here. So we have another parameter called the end here. Paste this. So this part will be the end here. We could go ahead and save this. And there we go. So if you look right here, so guys, if you look right here, you can see our changes so far being applied. So we have the education part, we have the education part, and we have the timeline, which is the start here and the end here. We have the description, which is all this part right here. You can see that showing up education, this, the rest. So, but let's go ahead and modify this to look exactly like what we want. So let's change the color of this. So first of all, let's say the padding. So the padding is still 6. So I have this padding property. Let's copy that. Okay, yeah, there it is. Wrap that inside the padding widget. So our constant edge set padding.top 60, and we can add a style widget right here. And so basically we can go ahead and so this style basically look like the same style we have for a widget right here. So this particular widget, so that's the style we're going to apply. Copy that. So apply that, save that, and there we go. So you have same styles on all of them. So you have education year, start year and end year, but there's not too much space, so this has a space in between. So let's bring them closer together, and we could do that by limiting the spaces from here. Very cool. So that's it, and we are done with this section. So you have, so we forgot something, so that should actually be a divider here between the about and the education section. So let's go ahead and add that divider. So we added the divider, save this, let's see what that looks like. And so we add the top, and let's add the margin. 24, margin bottom is 24, and then between this is also 24. So we could say that's 24. Right, so we could do the same. button 24. There we go. And on the top is going to be 24. And yeah, we are good to go. So add that dividers right there. And so the next one we'll have to work on. So we're done with the education part. The parts we have to work on is this part called place of work. So let's ahead and add our divider. So our divider will show up here, and then we could go ahead and add another widget. We call a place of work, and it's going to contain a title. We call that place of work and type. Call that work type. So we have required string title, and we have a required widget again, a required property, which is going to be a string itself again. It's going to be work type, so we're going to call that work type. And inside our widget, let's go ahead and start creating this. And this is going to return. We're going to return because we are going to return a column here. But if you look at this, you see this in a column, in a column structure. This on top of this, so that means we're going to return a column. So go ahead and return this. And in here we have children property, and let's assign children. So we have something to fix that error. The children will be to test. So our title is something like this because that's what we have for other ones. And the work type will be not caption, so that would be the second type of test. We should have this. Copy that. That would be the styling. And let's go ahead and use this. And yeah, so let's go up to our widget section. So that should be after our placeholder. So down below here, place of work. The title, remember, is place of work. Make sure it's the same place of work. And there we go. The next one will be work type. Which is say self-employed, and we can copy that over. Let's go ahead and save this. You see we have this here, but that's not what we want. The next thing we need to convert this to a column. We are going to copy what we have here for our column widget. So let's go ahead and do that. Put your cursor right here, tap on this, and wrap with column. That's a mistake. Put your cursor right here. That should be wrap with container, not column. Paste this code. We are going to go class as is. Class as is the start. Save this. This will move everything to where it's supposed to be, which is looking great. So place of work. So you have place of work, self-employed. We are good to go to the next level, which is called diplomas and certificates. And right now, it's kind of like let's see how that will look. So basically, you can click on this. Should take you to um, should it take you to a screen that will show you all those property? I don't think so. Let's see what that will look like. So basically, it should expand down below and not take you to a new screen. So clicking on this should expand. But right now we're going to just to build out the structure, and if we still have more time, I can go into fixing those expandable widgets. So if you click on this, expand. If you click on that, it closes off. So let's go ahead and build this. So we have the next part, which being diploma and certificate. So still add our padding. So guys, if you look right here, we could actually do something about this padding widget. We could this divider widget, we could make it a single widget that we could reuse. So let's convert this to a single widget. So we have a widget right here. Let's see if we use this on other places of the app. So we basically use this in other places of the app. So we could convert that to widget its own. So go over here, widget. So we call this so we call this custom underscore dividers a dot, and in here we are going to have a stateless widget, which is going to be a custom dividers, and let's go ahead and remove this. And it's going to return what we copied over. And it's custom short dividers. So save this and head over here. So we're going to replace every places that we use that. I'm going to replace it with a custom. So save this and we do the same for other places. This and that will help us to shorten the boilerplate code we are having and have a reusable code. So guys, it's always good to do this whenever you see yourself repeating the same thing over and over again. It's always better to make it a reusable code for you. So you save this. As you can see now, app there's no more changes. It's still there, so we didn't break anything. And the next one would be to add this right here. So the part we are building. So we're trying to do this diplomas and certificate section, and so right now you see we could not see anything. So let's add a scrollable widget somewhere here, so I can be able to scroll this stack widget. And so I'm trying to see which particular widget we're going to wrap with that single shy scroll widget. So if we do it right here, okay, and if we go ahead do it in here, so I'll try it somewhere here. Wrap with so wrap it with a single side scroll. No, we just single side scroll view. Yeah, that should be it. Go ahead and restart this, and then we could, yeah, now we could scroll without scrolling this one. So what we achieved this. So I want this to show you that we could scroll this without actually scrolling this part here, and that was it. So let's go ahead and start implementing this. So we have this divider. I'm going to call this diploma section, and now it's going to be another widget. Go ahead and implement that at the table again. So we have the widget for the diploma and cert section, and right now we're going to have a title and a total number of diplomas. So make that required. Two required parameter. We are going to call that title. So one is going to be a string. Required and this one is going to be an integer. Int, so we say required int total. And we're going to return right in here. This is a container. And inside this container, I'm going to have a shard property. It's going to be so we're going to start with a column, and inside the column we have children property, and inside the children property we are going to have a test widget. No, inside the column we are going to have a row. We're going to have a row widget, and inside we have a children property, and inside the children we are going to have, what's it called again? So inside the children we are going to have this like this, so call it a title, which is a test. And then we have another test widget. So we're going to call this title, and which we're going to call this the total, passing as a test. And go ahead and copy what we have here for our margin, our container. Copy that and put that in here in this container. Let's go ahead and use this so you can see what it looks so far. And that should be right here. And then the title we say something like this. So what is particular here? And then the total property, we're going to pass in 11 as a dummy test, as a dummy property right now. And then we're going to save this to see what it looks like. So you can see, so this is what this looks like for now. So let's go ahead and fix this up. So this one, we're going to wrap this inside a widget called Psycho Avatar. So we should have something called Psycho Avatar. So yeah, okay, that's what I'm looking for. So we're going to copy this over. Cool. In here we say shard. Is that? And that's it. So we have that. And let's see. So they made it 24. So the size. So we could actually try reduce to the 24 to see what that looks like. Okay, that's too much. Let's try 10 or 14. Okay, so let's try 12 and leave it at that. Okay, that's it. Next we could do, since we have this, so let's tie that first, but first one, title. This is our style right here. Tap into the style property. See what that looks like. Yeah, it's taking a good shape, and I can have a size box here. And yeah, I can tap into the width property. Where you can say we want 8, so a width space of 8.0, and save that, and that will add a space right here. And the next one, which is this, the color property for this, which is, let's copy the color property over. Let's go to our color class, paste that, and we don't have that particular color so far. We could go ahead and create that. Run that icon color. Paste up. We're going to reduce the transparency, and remember, as a place something like having no transparency, it should be around 1A. So go ahead and save this, copy this, and let's use it. Because the reason why I'm changing the transparency, because right over here the design, you can see this is actually the 8% of this color, and that's what this transparency is trying to do there. And we come over here and we can tap into our app colors, dot this, save this, and here we have it. So it's looking nice, basically what we need. And then is to change the text. Tap into the text, and the text will be so the text color actually is different. So let's try this to see if we have that particular color. Okay, we have that. So it's called metal brand color. Yeah, so that's metal brand color for us for the text color. And we have the font size 11, font weight 500. Let's go ahead and do that. So we have style. So I can paste that from around here. So we're going to remove this letter, so I can be able to copy a headline. This thing we have here. Copy that over to this place, and then we could copy the color over, the same color we use, and then change the color property of the text to our colors. No. App colors dot this, and remember the text is 11 and the font weight is 500. Save that up, and there we go, we got our text. Let's see if there's something else we need to change. Okay, and that's it. So if you look, you can see we got it working. So everything is working. So let's add this icon right here at the end. We could do that by actually getting hold of this icon we use here. And to do that, so let's go ahead and copy the icon over. So this is the icon. Copy that over. And that will be in here. No, where is it? So yeah, that should be in here. You paste that icon, and the icon is actually the right part, the right side, chevron right. We save this, and you can see the icon being applied right over here. But we need to move the icon to the end, so you can use spacer widget, make it a constant, and so that pushed it to the end right there, and yeah, so that pushed it to the end right here. So you can see that. So you see it at the end. But right now we need to change the color to mashup. So we could instead of doing this, so copy this color we used here in place of the colors right here. Right, and save this, and there we go. So we got a color working. So this straight line done, and the next one is just to work on the review side of things. Let's add that, save that, and let's start working on review. So right here we have another widget called review section. That's and in here we're going to have the required property called so I have the title and the total, and then I have the, so these are what we need, title and total, and then we have the list of review property, and instead of passing that in like that, probably review okay, so we have this. So I think the best way to do this, so you have a required property per title first. So title, and then we have another required property called which will be an int, we call that total. So that's all we need. So we could actually add this as a dummy element right now, which we could have fixed later on. And so we have return a container, and inside the container we have a shared widget. It's going to return something like this, a column widget like this. And inside the column we're going to have children. So I have a children property, and inside the children, one of the first widgets is going to be a row, and this row is going to have a children property too. And for now, let's go ahead and add that. So we could go ahead and let's copy this to modify our container. So guys, also there are something you guys should be noticed. We're actually copying this every single time for every single one of these stuff we create here. So I think is the right time to create a wrapper widget called container, which we have a shared property called widget to change it. So we're going to create this later on. And this will added here. So you can go have in here create a row widget, which should be in this form, like what we did here. So we could actually copy what we did right here, copy this over, go ahead and delete this, we don't need anything anymore, paste this, and so in here the first one is going to be the title we copied, the second one is going to be the total, it's at a circle. We're going to remove this circle widget, remove this, and yeah, the total, and we have the spacer, and then we have this icon right here. But before that, we should have a test widget that calls show all. We call that show all, so we're going to copy this. So let's save this and test this out so we could see what we are doing and then add modifications to it. And that should be over here. This guy. So we have reviews and total should be 15. I'll go ahead and save this. So let's see what we did wrong. So this. So we have so we having an issue right here, overflowing size overflow issue. So let's see how to fix that. So I'm trying to see what we did wrong and where we got it wrong this time around. So we could fix this error that's showing up right here. So we have this first column. We have the next one, which is this. This basically stops right here, and Use once. Let's save this. Okay, looks like we are really trying to start widgets. Let's try wrapping this with a container widgets to see how that feels. See, this is still showing the same error that we are having. Okay, so save this again. Try. Okay, let's see. Updates with expanded widget. That's going to throw another error. Okay, so yeah, we actually fixed the error we were having right here. So the issue was basically, I think we had this container widget around our column widget that was basically trying to take the size of this container right here, and we remove that so that we remove this so that it could actually take the size of its parents to fix that error. So removing this will make it take the available size of its parents. Yeah. So So we can go ahead and start implementing the other part, the remaining part of our app. So yeah, right there we are. So next thing we have to see at the review section. Did we add that? So yeah, the review section to 215. Um, the title, which is this. So where we are adding that. Okay, I can see. So that's showing up right now. So yeah, it is. And okay, so let's go ahead and add finish that up. So let's go ahead and add our reviews at the end of that. So this will be basically our reviews where we should have right here, and we have review, and so we have this row, and under that we have another. So under that we're gonna have the list of reviews, which something like this. So let's make that a container. Add this container for not to take up spaces. Let's see what that will look like. I would have so let's make 90. So we could scroll up. Okay, that's working. So we could basically scroll up to see what we are working on. And so let's fix this up. So what we needed to fix up was so we have this test, which is 15, and that should be something like this. Take up this variable. So what we could do, since we see that the color is different from this color, the color is basically the same color with this. Let's see. So the color is basically the same color with this and the same color with this. So we have that. We could say a caption test. That's what that has that color, caption. Since we add that caption test, we say weight is 400, size is 17. Weight should be 400 and size should be 17. Color, we don't need a color property again anyway. save there, and okay. So we still need the color properties. So let's see the color that we could use for this test. So these are the two colors used, this dark and this. So I think we have a similar color right here, which is 3C, and that's called unselected, better bar unselected. Okay, save that color, copy that. I'm trying to make this faster, so add that, yeah, save that. Okay, yeah, so that's the same. So that's changed the color to what we need. And the next thing we could do is to change the text right here. And that text is this. That's where this text comes in. And this text should say something like show all, not in capital letters. So when we have that text, to the size of the text over here, look over here, it says 400 font width size 413. I can go ahead over here and play around with that. So we have size 13, 400 font width is 400. Let's see what else we need to change. Okay, that's all. So next thing is to change. Okay, we did the color, so that's the color we need. As you can see, so looking at this, we see we have basically the same show all. So I have this show all, and then this button. I can see there's a space there, and the same space has been applied here. And next thing is to start adding this stuff in there, and this will be a row 1, 2, 3. Then we could over here we have a container, which is a starting point for it. This container is not going to have any height. Basically, it's not going to have any color widgets. So in that case, let's see. In that case, we don't need to change. We don't need to use this container right here. So whenever you see yourself trying to add a height and a width to something without having a color property, and no, I mean, whenever you see yourself not adding a color property to something, you could basically use a size box for that. So we could use a size box here, and then the child, since size box doesn't have a color property, we remove that, and we don't need its height. It could be any height we want. We also need the width to be the width of the device. But right now the color property we don't need that, so replace that with a child, like I said. And inside the child we have a column, and inside the column we have a children, and inside the children we start since that is a column, the first one is a test, and we have test, that's basically a title itself. As you could guess, there's a place to use that, so you go ahead and copy this and paste it in here. You could call this a dummy test. You can just add dummy test right now, call this Anna, and that's it. And I'll save this. You can see that being added right here. But you can see it's centered, so we need to move that to the start by using cross axis. So you can say cross axis dot start. So basically what we're trying to do right now is that we are trying to position this test to the beginning over here. So I have to do that in a column is to use cross alignments for the horizontal part. The horizontal line is cross alignment. So basically cross alignment dot start, we position this horizontally at the beginning. Then cross alignment center, we position this horizontally at the center. The cross alignment dot end, so we have end, we position this at the end. So let's see that. Save. So position at the end. Now, Flutter element plus center. Position at the center. Then Flutter element dot start. Basically position at the start, which is basically what we need, and that's good. With that being done, next one will be let's see what else we need to do. So we added that. The next one will be a row of widgets like this, because this takes a form of a row, two different widgets side by side. So in here we have a row, and in there, inside our row we have children, and inside the children we have this star and this test. Remember we already have something similar, so to save us time, we go over and use our remember our review property. Where's it? Do we lost it? Nope. Okay, guys, where's that? Oh, so yeah, here is it. So copy this over. That's what we need. We go over here. So yeah, we paste that here. That's what we need. Save it. I see that has been applied. We needed 4 star out of 5. And next one is this. We could do that. Remember, this is taking the color of this total. So if we go for this total, I'll remove this, replace it with the date. So later on we are going to be formatting these dates in there. Okay. Copy this and we'll replace this with this. Save this. Now you can see it took it perfect. So it's 413, and that should be 413, 413. That's what we need. And there should be a space between both of them. And that space is basically, so the space is 15, and we could use size box here. So size box to add a space. So we're using size box to add a space between the two widgets we have here. 15, yeah. So we use size box. So we call this width, the width property, and we can say 15.0, that's the space, and we can see that being applied. So we have this and 15 waters. So that's been done, and so there should actually be a space between this and this, and we could wrap this. For that reason, we wrap this with a padding widget, and we could say top plus only. Say top of it should basically be, what is it again, 7. 7. And you can see that space being added, dropped down, and that's it for this part. And the next part is to add this text we have here, and we could do that. That should be after this. Could have another test widget. No. I'm trying to see the test widget we use for that. So the description, yeah. So we could actually make use of the description right here, and Yeah, we paste that here. And so this test widget we could use in place of that. We just remove this, replace it with the test right here for now, and pass it in. The next one, what we could do next is we don't need this padding. We don't need the padding widget around it. So we're going to remove this padding widget. We don't need that. Um, Remove. It will remove that widget for you. Go ahead and save this. You see that been added. Look at this. So that has been added. And but we need a space between this and this. So the space is 7. So we could use a size box here. Remember, size box. And so we say no height. So that should be height, and that should be 7.0. So go ahead and save this. Make this a constant. So that has been added. It's looking good. That's what we need. And I'm trying to see we added a space between this and this. View test. So add that. We could say the height. This is around 8 or something like that. So you could go ahead over your height for that space. So you say 8.0. Save this. Okay. I think we did something wrong, right? And let's see. Okay, I see. Basically, we need to add another size box here. I think that should solve the problem. Let's try that out. So 8.0. Yeah, so that's solved that. And if you look right here, so this should actually be a separate widget on its own. We could copy that. So copy that out. Okay. 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 Yeah, we are back. Sorry, guys. Looks my audio just cut off, so I just fixed that back. So let's get back to what we are doing. So we call this a view test. So return the widgets. So it's going to be this. This should be a column. It should them. So it should will return this. Yeah. So we're gonna add this here. Save that. Let's see. So the view test, and let's add another one. Okay, that's not what we need. It's like we're making a mistake. We need to change some stuff. Okay, yeah. That's basically what we need to do now. Okay, what's going on? Okay, yeah, so that's working. So you could see, yeah. So you have the reviews, like what we needed, yeah. So the two reviews, we have one, we have this. If you look, you could see them. But right now, let's fix something up. There should be a padding between them. A space, not padding. So we can use some box for that. You see, it should be 14. So that should be height. We got 14.0. Comma, and then it is a constant. See there, and then if you scroll again, you see there's a space added in between the two reviews. So we have this space in between them. That's what we need. And so with that being done, let's see what else we need to fix. So we worked on this, worked on that. Last year we have this section to work on, and So let's add this divider, and then we can move it, do the rest tomorrow. Yeah, so right now we could add that divider right there. So we call that custom short dividers. Save that. And so here's the divider we needed. Let me see. So, yeah, the next will be, so we actually need to do something about the dividers. Looking at the dividers, we can see um, this is actually at the center of that widget. We need to fix that. So guys, tomorrow we start from this section. So once we complete this section tomorrow, then we start doing this dynamically, so that whenever the user taps on any of this, so it will actually take the particular details of that user and displays it in this form for us. So that's what we are going to be doing tomorrow. So we are going to be stopping here since we are already past the time that our stream time. So see you guys tomorrow, where we complete this path and then do the remaining stuff. Before we close off, let's add this. So we call this. So I just want to add this top part. I want to call this widget. Articles. Call that article section. And since that's an article section, there's a similar widget like this. That's what we have here. We could go ahead and copy. So this is called the use section. This is what we're looking for. Copy that over. And return a container. As the container, we have a shard, which is a column, and inside there we have children. Inside there we have this row, and so what else we need to add? So we need to have this required title and total parameters. Copy those, add those here. I'm just going to okay, we have the error. Yeah, let's fix that. This has been done. Remaining, let's fix this. Copy this. Copy that. Paste that in here. Save that, and go ahead and add this article section. And the article section should be added. So I have articles total of 4. So we have total of 4. Save that. And we could see that being upright. So you could see that article section below 4 and then show all icons. So that's basically what we have here. Okay, that was good. So I think we are good to go. So tomorrow we will continue from here and then finish this side up. So guys, see you guys tomorrow, and then we continue from where we start today. Also guys, don't forget to share the stream, and also get the subscriber stamps up, so that we could get more people. So try to encourage your friends to subscribe, and also they should come online and let's work with me, and we chat together and work together on this projects like this. Like I said, there's more coming, and I'm working on some stuff out. It won't take time. It will, by end of like I said, but it won't be officially before the end of this month. So I'll be doing on other platform, like I said, iOS with SwiftUI, and then React.js for web and Vue.js, and who knows, there's a lot of platform I will cover. I will cover. Then that's it. So, but the fun part of it is that for each platform that we'll be working on, there will be a different project for it, and it's a project that we could actually use on live production, not just a test project. That's what I don't want to work on. I don't want to kind of like show you guys how to build a test project or something like that. I just want to show you guys how to build a live project that you could actually use in live production, give it to people to use as a startup. So that's what I'm looking at building in different platforms. So yeah, guys, so help me to grow this channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a nice day and a wonderful night. Thanks.